Hey Jason, how you doing? I was just reading through your written rationale here, and things look good. Good job describing your intent as a designer. So I was pleased to see that. Let's go ahead and jump to the ad. Yeah, it's a good setup. I do. I think this is an interesting approach. It really is. I think we can all well, those of us who live in colder climates. For an example, right now today I'm looking outside my studio window here, and I'm looking at about 5 below 0 with about 8 mile an hour winds. So, needless to say, there's about 6 inches of snow. It's brutal out there. So, yeah, I think we can all relate to this. I know I can. So, the mechanics is good. I think everything, the technical proficiency is just fine. I think that there's a couple of things that we can do here that I think they can really, really push this to the next level. And it's nothing major. It's just basic adjustments. So I think that the concept is good. All right. That technical proficiency is good. Masked image looks fantastic. Love how you got the little kind of fuzzies on the top of that little ball on top of the head. This is good. This is a good selection. Images are placed nicely. Type is set beautifully. Logos placed perfectly. So you're showing you're showing good proficiency here. There's a couple of things I would recommend, and both of them have to do with the background images here. Now, the first one, this Let It Snow, it's a good image. I think it can be better, though. I think we can really reinforce that the snow and the kind of monochromatic textures associated with this kind of a winter scene. And I recommend doing a levels adjustment layer here to increase the tonal distribution of this image. Now, basically, all you're going to do is you're going to darken up the shadow areas a little bit. Leave the highlights alone, and maybe take a look at the midtones, but you don't want to darken it up too much. You just kind of want to bring out some of the texture in the sky here, and also some of the texture in the black and white. So what I'm getting is a greater degree of tonal variation between the blackest blacks and the lightest whites, okay, without losing any detail. That's what you don't want to do, is you don't want to lose any detail. So let's pump up the contrast and the tonal variation here with a levels adjustment layer. And this image here, I hate to say it, I'd like to see it replaced. And the reason I'd like to see it replaced is right now it's a really cloudy sky. These are almost rain clouds. So if we're gonna emphasize this kind of difference, this kind of duplicity here, I really think we should make this as nasty as it can look and make this as nice as it can look. So I would recommend finding a different image, something maybe with a tree, even a cutoff on the side here, bleeding off the side of the page, a palm tree, but something really, really a unique and very engaging image of a Caribbean beach scene. Other than that, I think you're just fine. I think to Let It Snow somewhere else, and then this body copy here is just fine. So I'm perfectly fine with everything else, but I'd really like to see those two images addressed. I'd like to see you do that before you start your banner ad, because you're going to theoretically, you make changes to this, they're going to affect the banner ad, right? So we're gonna want to make those changes prior to you starting your banner ad. At the very least, I'd like to see these changes being made by, I mean, that's not a requirement, of course, but I would like to see, I mean, I'm shooting for your final portfolio for the end of the class here. And I'd like to get a really nice degree of harmony between the magazine ad and the banner ad. So that's why I'm saying if you make changes to this, those changes are going to reflect on the banner ad in a perfect world, right? But I understand if you don't have a chance to do that, what I would like to see is I'd like to see those changes being made sometime by the end of the class when you turn your final work in. All right. Any questions at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to clarify. But good work. Thank you very much.